Hi, my name is Sean. I'm a pinsetter mechanic. I'm certified to work on Brunswick A, A2, and jetback pinsetters. Today we're going to be doing adjustment 50, the deck jam clutch release mechanism adjustment. I only have one of these on my machines, and some people will praise them, and then some people will hate them, like my grandfather. Henceforth why we only have it on one. So I've never had to adjust these. I've never even had to mess with these before. So, well, we're gonna see what happens. So this adjustment is made to ensure that the pinsetter will not be damaged by deck jams. With the deck jam clutch release mechanism installed, the pinsetter clutch is disengaged when a deck jam occurs, ensuring that no abnormal stresses are placed on any of the deck or gearbox. Isn't that the point of that micro switch? Okay, this system also incorporates an electrical shutoff switch that prevents the pinsetter from restarting until the circuit breaker is turned off and then on. This greatly reduces the possibility that inexperienced personnel will be injured by clearing a deck or turret jam with the pinsetter power on. I don't think we have that part on there, but we have the mechanism. That's so weird. Is there any adjustment to this? Because it doesn't seem like. A deck jam occurs when the moving deck is prevented from moving forward by an obstruction after setting new pins. Usually a pin has failed to drop from the deck. As the moving deck cam follower continues up the moving deck scissor cam, increased tension is applied to the moving deck cable. Okay. This increased tension on the cable causes the spring of the tube mounted on the 4-to-1 housing to compress. Okay. As the spring is compressed. Alright, let me read through these with us over there. So let's go and see what we can find. This is so bizarre. Okay, deck jam occurs, moving deck scissor cam. Okay, and then the increased tension on the cable causes the spring on the spring tube mounted on a 4-to-1 housing to compress. I don't even think this thing's hooked up. Looking at it, it's not. Yeah, this thing should be connected to the, that's, okay, yep, that's my grandpa. So there should be like a link there that connects to the, here you go, like a link that connects to the control cable tube, which there isn't on ours because my grandpa hates these things for some reason. Thinks they're in the way more than anything. He could be right, I don't know. As the spring compresses, the pin in the spring tube moves downward, pulling the link spring with it. The spring in turn causes the bell crank to rotate, moving the latch upward. So as it pulls it moves this thing up. The latch raises the clutch lever, disengaging the clutch, stopping the pinsetter. Pretty self-explanatory, I guess. At the same time, the pin in the spring tube moves off the deck jam switch actuator. The normally closed contacts of the switch close, energizing relay RL4. I couldn't tell you which one that is off the top of my head. RL4 is normally closed contacts open, de-energizing the motor. Oh, which one? That's the start relay. Normally open contacts on RL4 close, electrically latching RL4 in the energized state. RL4 will remain energized until the circuit breaker is turned off. Therefore, the motor can only be restarted by clearing the jam and turning the circuit breaker off, then on. So the breaker on the box. Okay. I guess it's a good idea, but it's kind of tedious, I suppose. Some machines may not include the electrical relay system. Okay. Well, ours don't, and I don't think any of the other ones down there ever did. To clear a jam, the clutch can be re-engaged by moving the top of the latch rearward. That allows the pin on the clutch lever to disengage from the latch, re-engaging the clutch. The gearbox can now be manually reversed. Okay, so when this goes up, it's supposed to catch on that pin, and I guess all you'd have to do is move the top of it back and it'd fall back. It'd let go of it at least. When a turret jam occurs, the turret frame moves away from the jam switch. Now RL4 energizes. De-energizing the motor start relay. Oh, wait, we don't have RL4. That's why it doesn't sound familiar, I don't think. Yeah, I think that's why. Is where the deck jams normally close contacts to do. Again, RL4 can only be de-energized by clearing the jam and turning the breaker off then on. That's so bizarre. I like it. It's really cool because that means that it really eliminates the problem for the possibility of people getting hurt. You know, and I'm sure all of us have done it, but I mean, how many times have you forgotten to turn off the back switch while backing up the machine, and as soon as it makes contact with the switch again, it like jumps forward in your hands and blacks out again? I know I've done that a few times, but I mean, with this system, with this relay, that wouldn't happen. So even if you forgot to turn off the breaker, turn off the back switch, it wouldn't do anything until you turn the breaker off then back on, which I like. That's kind of cool. Clearing a deck jam. This is not an adjustment. There's no adjustment to be said on this thing. This is just basically telling you how it works. There's nothing like thinking about it, right? What the fuck is there to adjust? Okay, clearing a deck jam, turn off this pinsetter circuit breaker. See, if somebody forgot the first step, then they'd be fine. Move the top of the latch rearward. This releases the clutch lever and re-engages the clutch. Using the motor to gearbox belt, manually reverse the gearbox until the pin or pins causing the jam can be removed. Removing the pins can turn the circuit breaker on. The pinsetter will restart. On pinsetters with electrical triggering, the trigger solenoid will energize shortly after the circuit breaker is turned on. This will cause the pinsetter to continue to cycle past 0 and stop at 180 with the pins in the scissors. Okay, so a hanging 180. The pinsetter is restarted by raising the 180 turret interlock link. The pinsetter will then cycle to 0, waiting for second ball. If the full set of pins are on the playing surface, switch the pinsetter to first ball by raising the deck holding hook. Raising the holding hook? Oh, because I don't think all of them have that little doohickey on there. If full set of pins are not present, recycle the pinsetter near there. Clearing turret jam, turn off circuit breaker, using motor gearbox, reverse it, turn on circuit breaker. This is not an adjustment. Not once on here, as I was reading, did it say anything about adjusting or moving something or give me dimensions. None of it. It's not an adjustment. Why is it in the book? All it is in the book is telling you how it works, so it should be elsewhere in the book. So there should only be 50 adjustments on this, not 51. Well, I hope you guys learned something, because I did. I learned some cool things, but I mean, other than that, I mean, it's other than that, it's just kind of an optional thing. Alright, well, This is the 50th quote-unquote adjustment. Yeah, next video will be the last adjustment in the series, and then we'll be done. So, all right. Have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you like sharing the video, that'd be appreciated, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.